Yeah, let me know once you can see my screen.
We are able to see our screen.
Yep. So till yesterday we have seen append queries, merge queries, how to combine two different data sets together as a one particular data set, and how we could combine the data from various two heterogeneous data sets, and how you could perform the group by operations, and how you could do the custom column, how you can create a custom column, and how you create a conditional column, and how to fill the data, and if there is a split column, so on what basis we have to split the columns, either dot or hyphen, or on the basis of the first three characters, or digit to non-digit, so on basis of on what basis we have to split it. So and unpivoting, so converting all the rows into a columns, or all the columns into a rows is called as unpivoting, and remove unwanted rows and make first row as a header. So these are the list of topics that we have covered on last week, the last session, and today I will cover the rest of the topics. So how to create a dim day dimension. So how to create a dim day dimension. So let me open the Power BI desktop. So here, so the thing is, so most of the cases we will be having a dim date. So in real time project, if we see, the dim date is one of the date dimension is one of the crucial role in all the projects. So we'll be having a date dimension and connecting the date dimension to all the list of fact tables together. So it will be done in the project automatically. So there won't be any specific date external. So if at all, if required, if required to need to create a date table, then we need to create a date table. So how we can create a date table? So let's go to get data, and let's create a blank query. So once if we create a blank query, here there is the advanced editor. So we need to go to the advanced editor, go to advanced editor, and in the advanced editor, this is the M language. So normally the M language is to perform all the specific functions. So even you could perform whatever the operations you would perform in the DAX functions. So you would write the similar functions in the M language itself. And M language allows you to write all the list of functions and queries. So all the things you would write it here. And let me take one particular example. Here there is a M language query. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to copy this particular query and paste it here. So what exactly this? So list dot dates. So I'm trying to pull all the list dot dates and the dates starting from 2018 and January 1st. So I'm taking the date starting from 2018 to January 1st, and till what? So I'm going to take 10 years of data. So 1 year of data is like 365 days, and 10 years of data 3650 days. So I would like to take uh, the data from 2018 to 10 years of data, which is 3650 days. And duration would be, this is the duration, the year on year, the interval of year on year duration would be incremented by 2, incremented by 1. So 2000, it would start from 2018 January 1st to, and then 2028 it would end up with the years. So here I have a M language function listed or dates of, has date of, the date would start from 2018 January 1st, and it would continue till 10 years, and the interval would be incremental of 1 year every. So let's make it done. So once if you done it, here you would see all the dates would be created. So once, this is the query, this is not a table, this is a query. Once all the list of dates has to be created, right? Once if the date is created, then select this particular list, convert this query as a two table. So convert this query as a two table. Let's convert it as a two table. So once if you convert it as a two table, here you want to select any delimiter. So as of now we don't have any delimiter. Let's make it okay. So once if you make it okay, here you could see the table, and this is the table, and here you can give the table name as date. So now we are done with this table, and now this particular column is a alphanumeric, but normally this should be date column. So select this particular thing and transform the data, transform into date. So here change the data type into date, change the type as date, and convert this particular column as date. Rename the column as date. So what we have done is if we go to the advanced editor, and here we could see the column. This is the one that we have written the query. The other query. So whatever the steps you would perform, right? All the list of steps would be recorded in the advanced editor. In the first step, we have written to get the list of dates. In the second step, what we have done is, so we have changed the data type from varchar to date. And the third step, we have renamed the column one to date. So each and every step, whatever the steps you have written there, so each and every step would be recorded here as part of the M query. This is called as M language, M query. So now we are done with this. So now I would want to create a month as well. So how you can create a month? Right click on the date. So go here, go to transform or duplicate. First duplicate this column. So right click, duplicate this column. Once if you duplicate this column, same column would be created here. And the duplicated column, right click, transform, year. So if you want to make it year, you can make it year. So now I would want to get the month. So let's go to month and name of the month. So now this is the January month. So each and everything would be created January, February, March, April, like this. It would be created. So let me bring one more column, transform. So let me duplicate this particular column. So and now let me take this as transform as a year. So take this as a year. So now I got year and I got month. So now I have a date column, I have a year column, and I have a month column. So what else you want? Still you want to bring one more day. If you want to bring one more day, so what you can do? Go to transform, go to day, and take the name of the day. Take the name of the day. This is called as a day. So now your date table is ready. So your date table has date, year, month, and then day. Now your date table is ready. And let's go close and apply. So now once if the data gets loaded on your right hand side under the field section, there is the date table. Under the date you could see date, day, month, and year. So here one thing is, so whenever if any field which is identified as a date, automatically the date hierarchy would be created. Okay, you have to remember one thing. So whenever the column is defined as a date, okay, whenever the column is defined as a date, can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, we are able to hear you.
Hello?
Hello, Ashok. Hello.
Hello.
Naidu, can you hear me?
Yes, we are able to hear you.
Can you see my screen?
Yes,
Can you see my screen?
yes,
Okay. Okay. So whenever the column as a date column identified, so then automatically date hierarchy would be created by default. So now here we could see we have created the column as a date. The rest of the columns are year, month, and then day. So here we have seen the column date has been identified. Once if we click on close and apply. And once if we come here, and here you could see under date, you could see the hierarchy, date hierarchy. So whenever the field identified as a date, then automatically date hierarchy would be created. Under date hierarchy, you could see year, quarter, month, and day. So here we don't need to create any day and month and year specifically. Automatically it would be created by default. So but here we have created in addition that here we don't need to create anything by default. As part of the date hierarchy, it would be created all year, quarter, month, and day. So only one thing which you would need, which you would remember that. So whenever the date field identified, so then automatically date hierarchy would be created. So in the date hierarchy, you would be having year, quarter, month, and then day. So this is called as the date hierarchy. So now another data set. Let's go to get data, click on the Excel workbook, and I would want to bring the data from the pivot cells. Let's this is what January 10th, January 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Ashok.
Naidu, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, let me share my screen quickly. Sometime call is getting disconnected, not sure why. Okay, let me share my screen. So till when, till what we discuss? Okay, so I got sales information table. Okay, so let me drop this thing. So I got sales info table. So how I got is go to get data, take the Excel workbook, and go back to this particular pivot sales, bring sales info table, and I got this table into our. Did I share my screen? I have shared, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I have brought one more table, call it as a sales information table into the Power BI desktop. So now I have two tables. One is a date table, the other one is a sales information table. Let's go to your model and then see the relationship. two tables. So on what basis are the relationship identified? The basis of column date. Here you could see the date in the date table and the date in the sales info table. So now if you keep your cursor on the relationship, see the common column identified across the two table is the date table. And if you click on this particular the first date table is there and the sales information date is there and cardinality one-to-one relationship and cross direction filter. Let's make it okay. So now your model is ready to use. So now go back to your report. Take any particular chart, call it as a column chart or bar chart, anything. Take a column chart and here data, take the sales into the values and the country as a lesson and take date. Date should be bring this particular date. Take the date from and you could see all particular data right now. Is this clear? So what we have done is, so we got sales table, reward sales and dimension we have created. Now we have created this table. Let's click on this particular. So now this particular date hierarchy has been created. So let me take this particular date. So here date there. Why this particular date is not created? Format. This is the date data type. Date. Okay, it should be fine. So this would be the data, how it would show. So now let me go this thing. So now this hierarchy, I go back and see why I have got data. This is identified as a data. Let's go and apply uh, format.
Hello.
Month. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, sure. We can hear.
I'm trying to change the date. You know that the date format would be year month. So let me take the date here in the access level. So now you could see the July 2008. You have the date June 2019, July 2019. So like this, you would be having the data. So this
Yeah,
is how the data would be.
yeah. Now we are
And
seeing this
if you'd
like
want
a
to
Ashok. Now we are seeing the screen like all tables, a date and sales info relation page.
date and
Date and sales info two tables, not that Excel screen or something.
okay, okay.
The
So now
screen
I'm in this particular. My screen is disabled. Okay, let me enable the screen.
not updating means.
Still not updating.
Oh no.
Let me see the. Let me reshare my screen again. Yeah, let me know once you can see my screen.
Okay. Now we are seeing a black screen.
Now wait for 1 minute. Yeah, can you see my screen now?
No.
Still you can see the black screen.
Yes.
Okay. So now
Now normal screen like
nothing
attendance.
you can see.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Let me reshare. Can you see now?
No, black screen only. Now we can able to see the screen.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, this is the particular table. Okay, so here what I have done is I have taken the date, country, and then sales. Okay,
okay.
so let me. This is the how we can build the report. So now in this particular example, what we have done is, so we got date table, date dimension we have created, and we have got sales info table, and we make the relationship between the date table and then sales info table. So through the date joining key as a date, and then we have created as a model, and then we build the visualization on the basis of this date dimension and then sales info, and click this particular thing and you could see how it can be created like this.
Yes.
So this is how it would be created. So this is called as one particular donut chart. Donut chart. So in the similar way, you can create as many ad charts based on these dates, as many ad chart based on these dates, sales info, and then date column. Okay. So now we'll go to the other scenario. So let me open my notepad. So can you see my notepad now?
No.
Notepad.
We are seeing the page one screen after the do not chat.
Okay. Let me reshare again. Yeah, let me know once you can see my screen.
Yeah, we are able to see.
Okay. Okay. So now you can see my notepad now, right?
No, we are seeing that Skype window. Yeah, now we are seeing the
The
notepad.
okay. So in the notepad, we have seen how we could how we can create a dim date dimension, and out of the dim date dimension, how you can get the data from sales info table, and how you can make the relationship among them. So now in the next example, we could see how we can read the data from multiple Excel files. Okay, we have multiple Excel files in a folder. How we can bring that multiple Excel file in this particular Excel in the Power BI desktop. Let's go to Power BI desktop. So go to get data and go to more and click the data from this particular folder, connect it, and we need to browse the folder path. Let's browse the folder path, this, and then let's go to C folder and let's select PBI work, C folder and then PBI work. Once if we make it okay, so we will see all the list of tables identified in this particular data. So now you could see, so there are multiple files. One is PBIT file, PBIX files, XLX files, and there is a message file, and also there are some Excel files. So all of this. So first, what I need to is, so instead of combine the data or instead of load the data directly, so you would need to go to transform data. So go to transform data. So once if you go to transform data, so go to name, and here there is a text filter. Go to text filters and contains, and here you can write sales underscore, because here you could see we have two tables, sales 1.xlsx, sales 2.xlsx. So I would need to bring only those two tables. then what you would need to do is, so you have to write the filter where the filter contains sales underscore. Once if you make sales underscore, let's make it okay. So then you would get only the two tables. One is the sales one dot xlsx, the other one is the sales two dot xlsx. So now if you go to content, so once if you go to content, there is the data. Let's select the data, let's make it okay. So once if we make the data, let's select content and then okay, and go to transform data, go to transform data, and here you could see the source name. Source name is this one, country is this, city is this, and sales are this thing. So now we got the data now. So here you could see all the parameter files and all invoke functions. All these are the things you could see, right? This would automatically load it. So you don't need to do anything. Just you would need to load multiple excel files together, and these files, so whatever the private parameters and then sample files, query functions, so all these things would be created automatically. You don't need to do anything. So now you could see the source file is source sales dot sales one dot xlsx, and the other one is sales two dot xlsx. So and still if you want to separate this particular column, so what you would need to do is right click, split the column on the basis of delimiter, and the delimiter would be dot, or dot you would need to create on the basis of dot. So if you once if you create it, and here you would need, this is the sales one table, this is the sales two table. This let's remove this particular second column. Let's make this as a source name, source name, and this is the country, city, and then sales. Now your source is ready. So there is a scenario, you have multiple Excel files are stored in your Excel system. There are multiple Excel files which are stored in a folder. So now you would need to bring all the Excel file from a folder. So how you could do that? So just bring multiple Excel files, and then out of that you can filter whatever the Excels you would want to bring that. So only you can filter those things, and then filter on the binary data, and let's bring that particular data file. So once if you bring that, you would get all these list of columns. So all these are the operations, we can call it as a transformations. So as soon as your transformations is ready, then you can click on close and apply. Once if you click on close and apply, you would see the data file. So are you there with me? Hello, I do.
Yes,
You're
we
there, right?
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay, fine. So now the sales information table is ready to use. Let's use the sales information. Let's create some sort of reports. I have this particular tree chart. Let's create the tree chart. This is a tree chart. So let's make country as a group, and let's make sales as a values. So now I could see UK, I have 16,000, 1,60,000, France 1,20,000, Japan 80,000, Australia, like this I have the data. So now this example is completed. So how we have done this? So we have multiple Excel files in a folder. So what we have done is we went to get data, and then we went to more. So instead of every time what we were doing, either we are bringing the data from Excel file, or either we are bringing the data from OData feed, or either we are bringing the data from online, or either we are bringing the data from SQL server or Oracle. So now all the list of files are stored in a folder. So then bring the data from this particular folder. So I have a selected folder, and let's connect it. And here I have brought the data from C folder and Power BI workbook. So once if you bring the data, so you could see all the list of files identified. So out of all the list of files identified, I have brought only one particular one couple of files which are names starts with sales 1, sales 2. So you can filter on the basis of filter contains sales 1 or sales 2, then you could see all the list of files would be filtered. So once if the files would be filtered, then get the data from binary data, and then you can rename your column name, and then your data is ready. And now you can create the visualization. Now your data visual is ready to use. This is the your data visual. Is this clear? And as I was telling, whenever the date field identified, automatically the date hierarchy would be created. Okay, whenever the date field identified, automatically the date hierarchy would be created. Okay,
Okay.
this is one thing. So now the other part is I would want to create, I would want to go to other topic. So let me instead of do that, let me select this as this particular table. Okay, so now I have been selected as a table. So now I have a table data. Let me increase the size of the table. So first let me increase the size of the values. After that I'll be increasing the size of column headers. Let me increase the size of values. Let me go to 15. So now my values has been increased. So let me go to column headers. I would want to increase the column headers as well as to 15. So now my table is ready to use. Okay, so now what I would want to do is on the basis of sales, I want to make the color. I wanted to make the font color or background color has to be changed. My let's say my sales is 40,000. I would want to make my sales as a 40,000. So which is the lowest sales, I would want to make it color as a red color. If the sales are greater than 40,000 and lesser than 1,20,000, let's make it as some green color, and some kind of yellow color. Let's say if the sales are greater than 1,20,000, let's make it as a green color. So this is how I would want to change. Okay, there is a concept called as a conditional formatting. So the other concept is called as a conditional formatting. So here there is a concept called it as conditional formatting. So let's come to down. So there is a conditional formatting in PBI. Okay, so what exactly the conditional formatting? So based on the conditional formatting, so if you would want to change, if you would want to change the color, font color, font color or background color, background color of that particular column. Okay. So let's say if you would want to change the font color or background color on a particular column based on certain rules, which is called as a conditional formatting. So how you would perform the conditional formatting? So are you there with me? I do. Hello.
Yes, yes, sure.
Okay, okay. Okay, now I have the sales table, right? So what I'm trying to do is, so let's select this particular sales table, go to this particular field session. Here only the conditional formatting can be done on the basis of this particular sales. So click on this particular sales drop down, and here go to conditional formatting. And now you could apply the conditional formatting for the background color or font color or data bars or icons. Now I would want to change, I would want to make with the background color. Let's click on the background color. Once if you click on the background color, here if you go, either you can color cells or rules. So I would want to make based on the rules. So here the value, sum of the sales. If the sum of sales is greater than or equal to, or if the sum of the sales is greater than, let's make it greater than or equal to 40,000, greater than or equal to 40,000, and is less than 1,20,000, 1,20,000. So let's make this color as red color. Let's go to more color. Let's make this color as red color. So first criteria is completed. The second criteria, click on new rule, and new rule, if sales is greater than or equal to 1,20,000, this is the number, and this is also number. So if the sales is greater than or equal to 1,20,000 and is less than 1,40,000, so is less than, so one is 40,000 to 1,20,000. No, 40,000 is greater than or equal to 40,000 and less than or equal to 1,20,000. Let's make this as yellow. And other thing is, let's make it 1,20,000 to 40,000 to 90,000. Let's make this 40,000 to 90,000. Let's make this as a red color, and 90,000 to 1 lakh, 90,000 to 1,20,000. Let's make this as a yellow color. So there is a one more rule. If the value is greater than or equal to 1,20,000 to 1,80,000, let's make this as green color. So now we are done with this. So as soon as you're done with this, so you can go and then let's make it apply. So now you could see. So based on the condition, you can apply the colors, either font color or background color on your particular sales information. So now you could see 40,000, 60,000, and 80,000. Those are lowest sales. So that I could see in the red color, and 90,000 and 1,00,000 till there I could see in the yellow color. So the rest of the colors I could see 1,20,000, 1,40,000, and 1,60,000 are greater sales. So that greater sales I could see in the green color. So this is what a conditional formatting. So based on the condition, you could apply the colors, either background color or either font color. You could apply it. That is called as a conditional formatting. So now I would want to make this as particular icons. So in the similar case, I would want to bring the icons as well. So let's go to sales, go to conditional formatting, go to icons, and here I would want to make the icons. So if it is a red color, I would get the red color icon. If it is a yellow color, I would get the yellow color icon. If it is a green color, I would get the green color icon. So now I could see all these are with the yellow. And now I would want to order. Let's make it sort by sales. So once if we sort by sales, now you could see the bottom things are in red color and the other things are in yellow color. So this is how it would be. So let me go back to this particular condition. So let me select to the sales, go back to the conditional formatting, go back to the background color. So here you could see is greater than or equal to 40,000 and is less than 90,000, less than or equal to, or less than or equal to 90,000. So which will be in this particular color, and greater than greater than 90,000 and greater than 90,000 and less than or equal to 1,20,000, and again greater than 1,20,000 and is less than or equal to 1,80,000. So this is how the condition. Now you could see 40,000 and 60,000. Those are in 40,000, 60,000, 80,000, and 90,000. Those are in red color, and the rest of the things are in yellow color, and the rest of the things are in green color. So this is how you would be creating the font color changes by applying the conditional formatting.
Okay.
to conditional formatting background color. So this is how you would be creating. So 40,000 to 90,000, which will be red color, and is less than or equal to. Let's make it as is less than. Is less than or equal to. Okay. So now is greater than 90,000, is less than or equal to 1,20,000. This is fine. Yellow color. And is greater than 1,20,000 and is less than or equal to 1,80,000, which is in green color. So this is fine. So now what I would want to make it is, let me go back to the sales again. Let me go back to conditional formatting icons. So now you could see this is how you would be getting. Here also you would need to make the same similar condition. Is greater than or equal to, is greater than or equal to is greater than or equal to 40,000, 40,000, and is less than or equal to 90,000. So this would be number, and this would be number. Okay, and is greater than 90,000, and this would be is less than or equal to 1,20,000, and after that is greater than 1,20,000 and is less than or equal to 1,80,000. So all these are the numbers. Let's make this as number. This is also number. So let's make this number. So now we are done with this. So now you could see this is how it would come to the picture. So all these are in diamond symbol, and these are in a triangle, and the other ones are in circle. This is how it would come. Is this clear?
Yeah.
So now I would want to make the conditional formatting again. Go back to conditional formatting and apply on the bars, data bars. Click on the data bars and click on the this positive bar and the negative bar. And here the lowest value and the highest value it would be representing show bars only. And negative bar you would see negative bar, it would show in the red color, and positive axis you could see yellow. Left to right you could see this is how it would come to the picture. So but once if we apply this data, it would go all this data it would go. So let me go back to conditional formatting data bars. So this is how it would come. Is this clear?
Yeah.
So I have removed the data bars again. So now you could see I have applied background formatting and then icons I have applied. So the background formatting and then icons. If you would want to apply the font color change, you can apply the font color change. If you apply the font color change, this whatever the font color it would appear, right? So instead of background color yellow, it would apply the font color to that particular 1,20,000. 1,20,000 will appear in the yellow color, and this 90,000 will appear in the red color. So instead of background color, the color would be applied to the font color fonts. So that is called as a conditional formatting. So based on the conditions, you can apply the formatting. So background color or font color, or you can apply the icons to this particular cells. So based on the conditional formatting. So now this is completed. Then we'll go to the next thing, which is called as how to increase the page size. How to increase the page size. So what is the wallpaper or page background? So this is what we can see. So how to increase the page size. So now we are in this particular page. So once if we increase this particular page, so I have created this. Let me bring one more uh, thing. Let me take the country as a. details and take the sales as my values. So this is my another chart. So in the similar way, I would take copy this, Control C, Control V. Let's take this particular thing. Let's select this as a. This is called as tree map. In the similar way, I would want to create one more sales. Let's create this as country chart only. Country chart. Let me delete this. Control C and Control V. Let me take here. Let me take this as a tree map and then select this. Control C, Control V. Take this here and let me take this as a map. So now your page size is increased. Is this clear? So now your page is completely occupied. Now you would want to increase the page of the size. How you would want to increase the page of size? Let me click on it. Go to this particular page, and here there is a page size. So when you would want to increase the page size, let's say if you would want to add few more visuals to your current page and the space is not there, still you wanted to add it, then you can increase the page size. How you would want to increase the page size? Let's go to increase the page size here. Go to custom, and here you have height and width. So height you can make it as 1000, and you can increase the width here. If at all you would need to increase the width, you can increase the width as some 1300, so that you would have some space at the bottom. So now you can create some other visuals as well. So if at all you would want to create the visuals, you can create the visuals as well here. So if the space is not there, and still if you would want to increase the page of the size, then you can go to page size and increase the page width and then page height, so that your page will be increased. So let me take country as group and then sales as values. So now this is my funnel chart. This is how you can increase the page size. And the other part is how you could increase, how you can set the wallpaper and how you can set the page background. So if at all I would want to set the page background as some particular column, so I could apply this is the page background. So let me apply the page background. This is how you could apply the page background. So, and in the similar way, how you could apply the wallpaper. So if you go to the wallpaper and apply the wallpaper as some particular color, so this is called as a wallpaper. So the background wallpaper would be changed in your background color of your Power BI. I mean, it would be set automatically. So once if you apply your wallpaper. So here there are two things. One is how you could set the page background. The other thing is how you could set the wallpaper. So these are the two things. Once if we go to view session, page view, and fit to the width, now you could see the complete wallpaper background, and you could see the page. So the background page also would be increasing. This is how you would change it. Is this clear?
Yes.
Only the thing is how you would apply your page background and how you would apply the wallpaper, so in the background levels. So that is the one.
Okay.
So now we can go to some other topic. So conditional number of occurrences in the given name. So there is a one thing how you could apply the number of occurrences in the given name in the Power BI, so that we could see. Now let me go to the next page. So let me go to the home. So go back to your get data and bring the data from your Excel sheet. Go back to the Excel and bring the data from pivot sales. Let me bring the data from the pivot sales. So here I have data out of it. I would want to bring the data from pivot sales. There is a number of characters occurrence. Click on the number of character occurrence. and go to load the data. So now if you want, just go to the transform data, go to transform data, and here I have the number of characters occurrence. Click on it, and here my goal is to count the number of repeated characters. Let's say I would want to count the A character in the given country name. India is appear as a one character, and in the Australia you can see the A is repeated as 3 times. So how many times occurrence of a characters in the given name? 3 times. And the Japan you could see 2 times. Germany A is one time occurring, and France A is one time occurring. Australia there are two A's occurred, and USA there is one A occurred. So now I would want to count the number of occurrence of a given character. Now I would want to count the character A in the given name. How you would want to do this? So let me select this particular country. Let's go to add column. Let's go to uh, custom column, create custom column. Here I have to create remove character. So first what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to remove the character from that particular text dot replace of country. From country I'm going to replace a with empty. So wherever A is occurred in the country, wherever A is occurred, I am going to replace with the empty. Empty means nothing. So A character will be removing from that particular country. So now let's make it okay. So once if you see, so A is a capital letter, but I have made small letter, right? Let's go here. Let's make this as a capital A. Click on OK. So now you can see India A is disappeared, and Australia A is disappeared. So wherever A is, all A's I have removed. Now I'm going to count the length of the character from the country, and then length of the character from the remove character. If I count this, then I will get the number of occurrences. So how that can be done? There is again go back to add column and click on your custom column. Click on custom column, and here number of character occurrences. So now I'm going to write a function text dot length of country minus text dot length of remove character. So close it. Now let's make it okay. So now you could see the number of characters. So India, how many characters are there? A character. How many times repeated? One time. Australia, how many times repeated? 3 times. And Japan, how many times repeated? 2 times. And Germany, how many times repeated? One time. And Austria, how many times repeated? 2 times. Is this clear? Naidu.
Yes, Ashok.
So nothing I have done. The first step, what I have done is in the first step, if I go here in the remove character, if I go here, I have added text dot replace. So wherever the country, wherever the A is appearance in the country name, so I have make it as empty so that the A will go off. So wherever the A is there in the A place, the empty will be replaced. Empty in the sense nothing. So in the remove characters, all A's will go off. Now I'm going to count the length of this character. What is this length? What is the count of this length? India is a 5 characters, and this India is the 4 characters. 5 minus 4 characters is 1. So the final digit would be 1. In the similar way, Australia would be how many characters? Here we have total 8 characters. Here we have 5 characters. 8 minus 5, we have 3 characters. That is how it would be. So once if we come to the final, and here you could see the number of characters occurrences. Is this clear?
Yes.
So let me go back home and then close and apply. So this is called as the number of characters, number of characters occurrences. So if we go here, number of characters occurrences. Okay. So now we are done with this. And after that, we'll go to the drill through button. There is a drill through button. How we could do the drill through button, that we will see on tomorrow. How we can get the data from the drill through button and how it would be. And then there is the other concepts as well. So what is the drill through action? A drill through action, and then what is the DAX? So from here there is the advanced. We are moving to the advanced concept. From tomorrow onwards, we will be moving to the advanced concept. So as of now, till today, we have seen all our basic concepts, and tomorrow onwards, we will be moving to the advanced concept. What is the DAX? What is the calculated columns? What is the calculated measures? And so there are many, there are many. Functions in the DAX functions. So there are some date functions and aggregated functions, filter functions, relational functions. So there are many functions in the DAX. So we'll be looking all those functions in the DAX language. Okay.
Okay.
So tomorrow onwards, there would be advanced concepts. We'll be moving into it. So make sure as of now till today whatever the concept we have gone through it, right? So let's practice it till today, so that at least you would be knowing the options, all the options, where exactly the options would be there. So you would be comfortable with those options.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's wrap up the today's session and then connect on tomorrow.
Okay, Ashok.
Yep, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.